Here we go. It's Live Fire Media Show, episode number 33. It's a show. It's a podcast. It's about guns, games, gear, whatever the hell else we feel like going off about. He's Hunter from Range Hot. I'm Quack. Jesus. And yeah, let's get into it. What's up, buddy?
It's a show about a podcast, about a show.
So, yeah, about shit, all kinds of shit. So you just said you're going to be at Gunsight?
That is correct. I will be at Gunsight coming up here soon.
Nice.
I'm actually going as a guest at Gunsight, Ken Campbell, but we're going there to take a defensive carbine class.
That's cool.
And sponsored by Meprolite.
Nice.
So Meprolite sent me a couple of their True Visions and a 3 and a 4-time magnifier and some of their iron sights that co-witness. So we're going to go. I'm going to run my little Barnes Precision 7.5-inch rig.
You're so addicted to that thing, dude. That's all. I think if you shoot anything for your own entertainment, I feel like it's always that thing and nothing else.
That's because to me, it's ideal, man.
That's funny because I wouldn't think a 7.5 being ideal. I mean, but whatever.
Tell me what you think a 7.5-inch AR. Where does it fail?
Well, I'm gonna say your longer range. Well, 7.5 is your end. You don't want to go anything shorter than 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, 7.5 is so short. I just don't like it. It almost feels too short to me. Give me a 10.5 to a 12.5, and that's.
But I've got a little B&T can screwed on the end of it, and I'm still inside your 10.5 suppressed.
That's fine.
So my
screen reflecting off your glasses, hardcore.
Yeah, remember how we switched it to black?
Switch what to black?
Hold on.
Oh yeah, your windows. That's on you, man.
There we go. Is that better?
There you go. That works.
So yeah, man. Cool. So here, I've had a lot of people tell me that, that the 7.5 inches. Oh, let me get my screen here.
Oh, I mean, that's people getting super into the whole like the ballistic coefficient, the ballistic drop, and blah 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 blah. I just don't give a shit.
Here's where 7.5-inch 5.56 shines. From 0 to 100 yards, it's awesome.
Right.
Out to 200 yards, it is sufficient.
Right.
Past 200 yards,
But again, let's keep in mind how many people are so drunk on other, as Tony Simon call them, tactical Timmies, about how, well, if you can't shoot MOA at fucking 300, 400, 500 yards, the rifle's not worth a shit. When most people never have shot that far, most people can't shoot that far,
right? And
they have no ability to shoot that far. So like, I'm over a lot of that shit. I just don't care. Like, if you want to rock 7.5 inch, cool. I like my 733, which is actually 11.5. I love this thing. Yeah, I get it. Go a little shorter, throw a can on it. It keeps it pretty tight, but it's just it's whatever. Rock whatever you want to rock. Who cares?
Well, concentrating on CQB.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of inside probably 20 yards.
Right.
And we're going to do a shoot house. A lot of times spent in the shoot house. And so, shoot house, the way I've always run them is if you come to a doorway or an open door, you have to pot.
Right.
If you come to a closed door, you enter as number 1 man in a 3 to 5 man stack. Dynamic. So I can with that 5.56 and a little 7.5-inch configuration with about a 4-inch can on it. It's very, very maneuverable.
Right.
I've got the light set up exactly perfect in front of my front sight, like you suggested, and I'm running a TLR1 HL. So when I've got it gripped, I can run it with my thumb, easy peasy. And so, people's going to be like, oh, well, it's not, 7.5 inch, you lose so much velocity. It's not dangerous at, and
I know. It's like, shut up.
Here's what I learned. because what I did is, scientific method. Ordered some brand new gel blocks from Clear Ballistics, and I got a 7.5, 11.5, and a 16-inch AR, and I shot them over the chronograph and into ballistics gel. Same ammo. Now I'll say this: with most ammunition, the terminal performance between the 16 and the 10.5 was not overly different.
Right.
The 16 still did well, but the 11.5 did not equal, but really close.
Right.
The 7.5 did really poorly, except with ballistics tip ammo.
Right.
And the 7.5 inch actually outperformed the 11.5 and the 16 with ballistics tip, because the ballistic tip out of the 11.5 and the 16 would hit the gel and pretty quick it would explode. With the 7.5, you're losing probably 500 feet a second from the 16-inch gun.
Right.
So instead of hitting exploding, it would hit and penetrate and mushroom. And so and one of the most impressive wound channels from all of them was the Hornady 55 grain VMAX out of a 7.5 inch.
Well, it's funny too. And I think what was that dude that killed the bear in his cabin was an AR. I only was in 7.5, but it was a shorty. It wasn't a 16-inch. And I remember he said, to all the people that want to like cry and have a cow and freak out, he was using, I couldn't tell if it was a Hornady VMAX, but it was a Hornady round, and he real quickly within a, split second time dropped 5 rounds into this black bear and dropped it. So he was like, yeah, it'll get the job done. And it's funny because that's the kind of shit people are like, you can't use this to kill that and the other thing and this and the other. And it's like, dude, if it put holes in you and it's hot and you put lots of them, dude, you do just about anything. It's like, get off the fucking high horse of what you think is this most perfect specimen of a round or a gun setup you need to use. Like
I think that when you're picking a carbine for CQB, terminal ballistics is important,
right?
But it's not the most important,
right?
Because you got a 16-inch carbine. Now here's something to consider too. All you people out there saying, "Well, this, that, and the other." If you got a CQB AR and 5.56 for your home defense rifle, you absolutely 100% should be suppressing it. Because if you're in your living room or your bedroom and you touch off 10, 15 rounds of 5.56, the concussion is going to be immediately devastating to not only your hearing, but your wife, your kids, whomever is in proximity.
Right.
Is you're going to suffer. Now, I'm not saying, oh, okay, well, I'm going to pick hearing damage over getting killed. Absolutely.
Well, and you also get the whole, like, when you're freaking out in a situation like this, your adrenaline's kicking in. Like, it's not going to be, not say it's going to be different, but it's going to be different than if you're just like, all right, let's go shoot and then stand here with no ear pro on, like, which is beyond stupid.
It would still be different.
Not going to be the end of the world, but,
But you still suffer the same effects, though they're not immediately recognizable.
Right.
Because like you said, you got
to do long-term damage no matter what.
So in my opinion, if you're running a 5.56 for home defense, it needs to be suppressed. It really does need to be suppressed. So now, you got 4, 5, 6 inches. You're gonna, sir.
I said, even suppressed, they're still fucking loud.
Yeah, but it's tolerable. Well, it's the ragged edge of tolerable, but it's certainly,
said, it's still loud. I mean,
yeah, it's infinitely better than unsuppressed. So, now you got your 16-inch gun, and now you done threaded up, 4, 5, 6-inch can on. Now you're 20 inches.
Right.
Where me, with even a 5-inch direct thread, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I'm 12.5 inches, which is far. And what that gives me is the rifle's a lot more wieldy.
Yeah.
It's easier to get around. It's easier to pack. It's easier to maneuver around obstacles, be it a chair, a doorway, what have you. So I feel like the maneuverability in a CQB rifle is almost as important as reliability, which is number one. And then And
did you say this class though is primarily a CQB? I mean, it says defensive carbine that still opens to a lot, but is it going to be a lot of close quarter stuff?
What, the class?
Yeah,
it's primarily all CQB stuff.
Okay, that makes total sense.
I think they said there's like one day where we're going to do like, I think some 200-yard shots just to aim small, miss small.
Sure.
But now I have shot this rifle at 150 yards.
Right.
And it was grouping 4.5 inches at 150 yards with irons. And that's a man and a bad guy all day long.
That's fine. No, that's another one I hit on is people be like, what? 4.5 inches? What? No, it's fine. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not really sure what that is, go grab a ruler or tape measure and see what 4.5 inches really is. Look at that shit. And
if you put 5 shots in 5 inches in someone's breadbasket,
right,
it's going to be devastating.
Yeah,
the guy's not going to whip out his ruler and go, "This is a really shitty group. I'm deciding not to die."
That's absolutely it. It's so dumb. People get so carried away with this shit.
And people do. And here's the thing, man. And I'm gonna, Dave. When it comes to, me, I love bolt guns. When it comes to bolt guns and precision shooting, and you talk about itty bitty tiny little bug holes, that makes my sticker peck out. I love it. Let's talk about it. But when we're talking about defensive rifle, I used to teach some defensive handgun classes with Roger Pettit. Amazing instructor, amazing shooter. He passed away, God rest his soul. Good Marine too. And he talked about combat accuracy. And I know you know this. So we would teach these classes and we'd have these guys step off, let's say 15 yards with a handgun. And you're shooting an 8-inch pop plate, black bullseye. And the guy is putting them in a little bug hole like that. Roger Pettit's like, "Hey, you're shooting too slow.
Right.
You should shoot fast enough, slow enough to keep your shots on target, and fast enough to beat, to keep the gas pedal throttled." I wish I could remember his saying exactly, but if you can save yourself a second and a half, but your group doubles, that's okay.
Right.
Because if you're hitting,
I've had classes that did that where if all your double taps or triple taps were all side by side touching whatever, well, they would be like, "Hey, you can open that shit up."
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have to put all the holes here. You can put them, hit this lung, you hit this lung, you hit the heart, you hit the sternum, you can hit, that's okay.
Hit
more shit. Yeah, right. More holes is never a bad thing.
Right.
Well, so I think also like people get carried away on discounting like PCCs. They turn into all PCCs are just for the games and shit. It's like, man, I hate to break it to you. Sub guns are still effective. They've always been effective.
Sure.
Now, I feel like, again, because of Tactical Timmy's Instagram operators, they're going to have you thinking, not you and I, but they're going to have you thinking that everybody out there in the wild is running level 4 rifle plates. And it's just not the reality of it. Like, so if you want to rock a sub gun, again, with a can as your home defense gun, dude, rock on. Talk about having a tight, compact setup, and you put enough rounds fast enough into them, and you're running a good bullet, not just ball ammo.
And that's the thing, you got to be a little more persnickety about your ammo selection. Yeah. And of course, don't get me wrong, that 7.5-inch rifle, it's a little harder on the gas port. You're gonna be changing barrels a lot quicker than you will. But I mean, that's all irrelevant. So, that's the way I love the 7.5-inch, man. I really do, because it is so, it is so small and compact and easy for me to maneuver. And I've taken classes. I've taken classes with 7.5-inch, and I've taken classes with, like a 10.3 Colt 6933.
Right.
And that's 3 you're like, well, 3 inches ain't shit. When you're moving around a shoot house with a couch and a damn TV, obviously,
short.
Short. It's the shorter the better.
Yeah.
Now with that said, SIG did that. What did SIG do?
It's part of the MC, the Rattler.
The Rattler. And that was like a 5-inch?
Something like that.
Do they still make
that? Like 7. Yeah, they do. Well, I think the Rattler is primarily it's in 300 blackout too. I don't think they do it in 5.56. I could
Okay.
be wrong on that, but no. If there's a 9-inch SBR, that's not the Rattler. Although you type in Rattler and Google's like, nope, there it is, MCX Rattler. Yeah, it is a short little bastard. Let's see. Gallery, features, details. Good God. So you can get a 6 3/4 inch or 7 3/4 inch barrel. And okay. 6 3/4 inch or 300 blackout. The 7 3/4 inch is 5.56. So you can't get
Okay, so we're talking to. So I think that would be just fine.
right.
According to the ballistics gel that I've shot,
Right.
if you pick your ammo, then if I were to use that for home defense, which I consider that, the mag in it is stoked with 55 grain Hornady VMAX.
Right.
And I've got a couple 3 mags loaded with that, and these are Bagpull FDE mags. So God forbid, I'm sure it'll never happen, but if I ever had to run that gun against unfriendlies, then if I pick up a 7.5 inch gun, I know all my FDE mags. I know what round is in there.
Right.
And the rest of my Magpul mags that are black are they're whatever. They're
I do something kind of similar. I run a lot of clear mags for 300 blackout stuff, just so I always know it's 300 blackout.
Right.
That's a quick visual reference. You don't have an accidental kaboom set up.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny too. Like you have my mind thinking, how we texted a little bit last week since I was on vacation. It was about the light placement running at 12 o'clock. And here's the thing I'll say it like this is put it where you want to run it, practice with it, try it out. Because it wasn't all that long ago that Surefire M900 was the bee's knees, of lights, and it was mounted underneath at the 6 o'clock. Oh, damn it. My monitor's cutting off and trying to pull this thing up. But you go from that Surefire M900 full grip that everybody grabbed as a broom handle. And don't get me wrong, it's still a vibe. I still think it looks cool. You put it in the right build, it looks absolutely sick. And I think they still make a newer version. It's got a better output now from the original incandescent. But at the end of the day is put it where you run it. I don't care. It doesn't really matter because some people, they get too hung up on shadows, on a fucking shadow. Yeah. It's going to cast a shadow. The further forward you have, less shadow it's going to cast. Yes. But like in your case, you run a can on it. Well, you run a short can, but if you run a longer can, it's still going to cast a shadow. And guess what? Wherever you put it, there's going to be some shadow. It's not the end of the fucking world. You're thinking about this in a retarded fashion of set your light up if you can, turn that bastard on, come around the corner, walking in, facing your light. Tell me how damn bright that shit is.
Right.
Tell me how much that shadow fucking matters. It doesn't matter.
When I was shooting the Friday night fights, the Friday night fights were at 37 PSR. There's your little girl. No. The Friday night fights at 37 PSR was a shoot house that you went and shot at night. And it was dark, and you had to run a weapon mounted light. And a lot of those classes, I run a Glock 17, and I would run my TLR1
right
at the on the rail at the dust cover, and then I'd always run a can. Did it cast a shadow? It did. Did it ever interfere with my sight alignment sight picture? No. Did it ever bother? It was a little oval cutout right there at the bottom probably 2/10.
And that's even almost kind of a funny thing is the M900 being at the 6 o'clock, it's casting some barrel shadow, suppressor shadow, whatever. And now people freak out about it, but yet where do you mount your handgun lights at the 6 o'clock? It's like, right. So what are you crying about? It's no damn different. It doesn't bloody matter. Most of my stuff, personally, my lights are mounted on the right-hand side as far forward as possible. And even one setup, I have a mount set up so it can extend over the can to minimize the shadow, just because I could buy the device. I was like, why the hell not? Let's give it a shot.
Listen to you.
But the flip side is I got to then make sure I've got damn Windows. I hate Windows 11.
I'm
But then
headed
make sure
that
a tape
way.
switch. So if you mount so far forward, your hands can't reach it. You better have a tape switch to reach all the way back to actually
Right.
activate your light when you need it. But a couple setups I've got, like on an AK, you can't do a very good C clamp to a certain degree with it, otherwise you're gonna burn your damn self. So my light's on the left hand side and it's thumb mounted. Like my lever gun, same thing. It's the left hand side, so I just press the button in and hit it. My shotgun actually needs to go back to the left hand side, my 1301, but I just have it on the right because I can quickly reach under and just tap it on because I just don't care. But yeah, in the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Put it where you want to put it. If you want to get in the minutiae freaking out about Pine Corners and Evo, would you kind of be quiet, please? You want to get the details of Pine Corners with the light being mounted on your right, on the top, the left, the bottom. Shut up.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You're already talking about pieing into a room, into a dangerous situation. That light shining is the least of your fucking worries. I mean, if it's pitch ass black, turn this shit off, pie it before you can see it, and then blind the motherfucker in light or whatever. Like, people just calm down with this crap. Like, it's kind of dumb. What are you doing?
I'm grabbing my.
You grabbing your 7.5?
Yeah.
Oh, damn monitor.
I mean, we're going to talk about it. I might as well have it handy.
Yeah, might as well. I mean,
yeah, I know the lighting in here isn't the best. I can cut my overhead light on if you think it's worth it.
it doesn't matter. Remember, it's more audio than anything, dude.
Yeah,
I'll
just for the sake of discussion, because I like where this is going.
Well, you can go with because you're out at 12 o'clock. It wasn't that long ago when Larry Vickers, he was running his big down defense with his aim point, and he ran either a TLR or a Surefire 300 in front of the forward sight, in front of the front sight at 12 o'clock, just to get it. Like, it doesn't matter. Just run the shit where you want to run it.
Man, that's how I got mine set up.
Yeah. That is a short little setup.
And I can, when I'm here, I can toggle my light. And that is so comfortable. Now I normally run it about here.
Right.
And then the new True Vision from Epirlight, and then a 4-power magnifier, which I don't know how I feel about all this shit on the top of my rifle.
I mean, okay, so I'm going to say personally, like the magnifier, they're damn handy. They do work. But again, if you have that thing set up more of a short setup, I don't know if it's all that worth it. I mean, yeah, is it helpful to see if you're going to shoot out to 200 yards out there? Is it going to be helpful? Yeah. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, I run a magnifier behind one of my guns. I've ran them in the past. I've got LPVOs that I'll run. It's just different guns, different setups. But at the same time, if you know your shit and you practice your shit, you're going to hit well with even just a red dot.
Sure.
Up to 600 yards. And I say that because I've fucking done it at matches under stress. You know what I mean?
I'm
a good spotter
because they asked me to.
What's that?
I'm running the magnifier because they asked
you to. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they sent me some sights, backup irons right here.
Wait, so their sights fold low enough that you can fold the iron over the rear? That's cool.
And then the magnifier fits over it.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
They do set low, but they're high enough to where you can co-witness with the True Vision.
Right.
But not so high that they interfere with anything. Now,
okay. Where they co-witness, they like lower third, they absolute
lower third.
Lower third, which again is all personal preference. And that's all that matters is what you're into, what you like. I used to like absolute co-witness. Now I kind of can't stand it. And like, give me everything lower third,
Right. Well, that's just the way it all sets up. You could buy spacers. So if you want to change it, Epirlight sends you, spacers, but I think I'm going to run it like this and like that. And just run the gun and see what happens. Am I going to need irons? No. But probably when this is all over and I'm done with the class, I probably will take the 4-power magnifier off and then run this iron sight back.
That's a funny thing too. I can tell you is like a couple of newer setups I've got, like my MCX being one, my HK. I don't have backup iron sights on them. and I haven't had them on there for like the last several years. But the reality is, I've been at classes and I've had a battery die on an optic, and had to finish a string of fire up by flipping my irons up and finishing it with irons. And then when the next relay came up, I stepped off and I was looking for spare batteries and it pulled one out of my damn flashlight to shove into my EOTech to get the optic back up. So it's like, man, irons always have a place. If you don't want to run them on your gun at all, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you for it, but just know the reality is batteries can and will fail. Even if you go, oh, but I replace them all the time, every year, once a year. Yeah. But you can still forget shit, and shit still happens, or leave it on too long, too much.
You could get a bad battery.
Absolutely. God, I was running my damn wife's Volvo. The key fob, they put in new battery in for us when we got it serviced. Battery shot to shit. I had to pop it up in the night to replace the battery. Then go figure, I couldn't find my spare 2032 batteries.
Well, you know, I bought a bunch of new batteries for my Canon 5D Mark IV, and
serious batteries.
And I bought 3 new batteries, and one of them wouldn't hold a charge for more than a day.
Oh shit!
You know, I put it in the camera. It showed 4 bars. I shot with it. After a day's worth of shooting, it was still like 80%.
Oh.
I cut it on the next morning. It powered the camera up. Then the camera powered off.
Wow.
And I took the battery out. I stuck a new one in it. Camera powered up back on. I put it on a charger. Graveyard dead.
Oh, that sucks.
So, you know, batteries can fail.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything and everything can fail. So here's a funny bit for you. I was half planning on making a post this week showing the DNT thermal and night vision sight that I've had for the last few months. I was going to show a post of this thing with the HP 15 10.5 pistol and the 16-inch rifle, and say I'm debating on which one of those guns I want to put that optic on to run it for the Moons Out match, which comes up this spring in March. Well, rolling into work Monday morning, a buddy who I met last year at the match, he texted me, "Hey, did you get signed up?" And I went, "What? It's 8:15. What are you talking about?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, it just went live." I was like, "Driving in, get to my desk, get it pulled up, get registered at 8:19 in the morning, and my email comes through, waitlisted." I was like, "Holy shit! Like, when did this thing open up?" Well, buddy texted me because, "Oh, they put a video out Sunday night." I was like, "Well, hell, or Sunday sometime." I was like, I was driving home, so I wasn't on social media shit at all Sunday.
Right.
Like, that's kind of a bummer. Well, later on, another buddy, who works with the whole event, Jordan, he posted on Facebook, the shit went open 6 a.m. Mountain Time, so 8 a.m. my time, and it was sold out at 6:01.
Wow.
60 seconds. They filled and sold out with competitors. It was like, holy shit. So now I'm on a wait list to see if somebody drops out, and I still got to figure out what I'm going to put this thing on. The 10.5, which I'm kind of thinking I might go the 10.5 route just for the fun of it.
Well, let me ask you this, Dave.
Yeah.
Why don't you put your own, put one on like that? You know that stuff pretty good.
Because there's so much to it. I don't have the time of day to put that shit on. I really don't.
Okay.
I really don't. Like, I know I know an idea of the work that Jordan has to do to put that match on, and then Ian's side of it alone. It's a lot of shit, man. Like, it's a lot. Like,
yeah.
Honestly, finding a place to do it, which they're not that far. It's 8 hours for me to West Virginia. You want it somewhere, I don't say centrally located, but easy enough for competitors to get to from all over. And they do come from all over to shoot that match. But you got to find a facility that can shoot out till as late as 2, 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah, that's true.
5. That gets hard. Like my range, my club range, well, it's all flat range stuff. We don't have the woods courses like what this place has. But 10 p.m. is our cutoff, flat out, 10 p.m. And I shot a night match down in Kentucky a couple years ago in Lexington area. Same thing. It was a hardcore 10 o'clock cutoff. So we were running guys through the last stage as fast as we could to get everybody through the thing before that time cut off. So that shit it's a lot of logistics, man.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And honestly, talking to another buddy, we kind of joked. It was like, whether we get in or not this year, it's cool. It's fine one way or the other, but it's expensive. I mean, it's like $350 just for the fee to be in the match, let alone ammo, let alone travel,
Mhm.
hotel, food, all that shit. So it's like, this is probably going to be it for us. Next time we'll just do our own semi-local thing, half dozen guys, so we know we can be done by 10 o'clock and utilize our whole range.
If
to
you were
do
going
our
to do
own
something like
but
that,
for fun. What's that?
if you were going to do something like that, I would like to come up there and shoot that with you.
Oh, if I did something like that, I would let you know. Yeah, for sure.
I'd love to come out there and shoot that. Okay, but I'm assuming you can do it without thermals as long as you got some kind of night vision.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. No,
Okay.
I was just doing the thermal because I've got this thing, and that was actually this year they have a thermal division. So my initial thought was I would run this thing on one of those guns, still put a IR light and laser on there for backup, and come to find out reading the thermal division, it was like, nope, you run your thermal and that is it. So I was like, oh, well, it saves weight, I guess, not having to run IR light and IR laser, just run the thermal. But I still run my goggles. But that'd be the other fun part would be I'd probably flip my right eye up. So I use navigation my left eye and then come onto the rifle because obviously I can't run around with the rifle because it's, I think, minimum 3 power magnification.
Oh yeah, you'd be bumping and everything.
Exactly. So who knows? Hopefully it'll still happen. There's always people that drop out. I don't know how late it's going to happen. That's going to suck too because it just costs more money on the hotels and shit like that. But
yeah,
I don't know. In the meantime, I'll still set up one of the rifles or pistols with that thing and try and get out. I was actually hoping to get out this week, but I forgot my company Christmas party is Thursday, so that's my usual night to shoot out. So it'll have to wait till next week to get out there and dial the thermal in again and actually run around in the dark a little bit with it. But either way, I'll use the thing and have fun with it. Just may or may not actually make it to the match. Shit happens.
Shit happens, man. I get that.
Speaking of shit happens, dude, are you using, I think we talked about it, using Adobe Cloud stuff?
I am.
Oh my God. I kind of fucking hate them right now.
Why?
I tried opening multiple InDesign files and I didn't realize 2026 has dropped and it was installed. And so it was one to convert. Oh, this is open an older file. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Well,
like,
you can not convert.
I didn't have an option. It was convert or cancel.
Really?
Yeah. The files I clicked on because I was trying to go back to them and cancel them. And so now I pull my start menu now and look, there it is. InDesign 25, 26, Bridge 25, 26, Photoshop 25, 26. It's like, piss off, Adobe. I'm so sick of this shit.
I was looking at Premiere is updated. I'm still running 2025.
I think my Premiere is still 2025.
But they had the 2026. If it's not out, it's coming out because the last time I logged on to Premiere, which was yesterday, it was showing me the new features of 2026.
And all those new features require a new back end file format change or some bullshit, I guess.
And here's where I'm at, man. So I'm looking at a new computer.
Okay.
I've got an Asus Republic of Gamers laptop.
Yeah.
And this jewel it's about 10 years old. And it's still
PC.
Sir?
That's old for PC.
It is. But now it still cuts. I had a 4K timeline and a 1080p B-roll. And it still cut it. It still cut everything, but the damn cooling fans ran the whole time.
That's my work desktop is that way. I feel like I need to tell work I need a new one because if I start doing any Adobe stuff, which is most days, do those fans kick on? It sounds like a damn jet engine can take off in my office.
Yeah, I'll get like a cold pack and put it under the motherboard. Because when I started doing color correction and exporting,
right,
I put my hand out and it felt like a vent coming off my heater.
Oh yeah.
So I took a cold pack and stuck it under. But it's 10 years old, and it was state of the art when I bought it 10 years ago. Right. So I reached out to a place, a new editing laptop like I want. That's how much is $5,000.
Yeah. Dude, good rigs with a lot of horsepower, no matter what, whether it's desktop or a laptop. It's expensive, man. It really is.
But I bought that EVA-1 Panasonic, and I bought a Canon 35 millimeter Cine lens prime. Did you see my 10 millimeter?
I just watched your Marlin review earlier.
Did you see the video quality?
Yeah.
That's uploaded in 4K.
That's pretty good.
And that's that EVA prime. But
I was actually gonna give you shit that why don't you color correct your video about like your photos?
Well, I was keeping it natural, baby.
No, that's fine. It looks good.
But like usually when I export my 1080p video, it's like 4 megs, right? Or 400 megs. And that video was like, I think it was like 3 gigs.
I believe it.
It was like 3 gigs, and that's compressed.
Right. I tell you too, watching the video, when it came up to your mom shooting that 10 millimeter, Eva was sitting with me because she heard you and thought we were on. I was like, no, just a video. But then she saw your mom and she kind of looks at it for a minute, pauses. She goes, is that? And I'm like, what? Is that Hunter's mom? I was like, yeah. She's like, she's shooting the gun? Like, yeah. She still shoots guns quite often, Eva. She's in a lot of reviews. She was absolutely blown away by that. Your mom shooting that 10 millimeter lever action.
My mom, she said when it was over, I was like, hey,
she enjoyed it.
Well, we got done. I cut the camera off. She said, I didn't want to say this on camera. She said, but I've shot a lot of guns, a lot of your long guns. She says, I think this is my favorite. The High Point 9mm carbine is now my number 2 favorite.
I could believe that because you could tell just as you like when she was done shooting and you hadn't cut away from her yet. She was like chomping the bit, looked like she's ready to say something,
Yeah. Oh,
on camera.
She shot it a couple more times off camera. Like a lot of times she's worried, she chicken wings a little bit, bless her heart. Right. But she don't weigh 100 pounds.
Well, and how old is she?
83.
Fucking let her chicken wing all day long, man. Who gives a shit?
That's the thing. My 83-year-old mama, is maybe 5 foot tall and 100 pounds out there shooting. And here's the thing, Dave. She was 5 out of 5 at probably 15 yards on the steel.
Yeah.
So
who cares?
And but before I film her shooting, like any test gun, she's like, let me run a mag through it before the camera.
Right. Get a feel for it.
She don't want to look. So she'll run a mag or two. So she shot the rifle. She run 4 or 5 rounds through it before I cut the camera on it. She's like, I really, really like this one. The only thing that bothered her, it's got a rubber butt pad on it, and she had like a fuzzy sweater, and it was sticky. So it was like if it hit her shirt, it was kind of tacky a little bit.
Right.
But she said, I think my High Point 9mm carbine is going to be my number 2 favorite now, son. And I said, well, Mom, I'll be glad to, I'm going to get a good price on Ruger from that carbine. I know I will. And I said, Mom, if you want it, I'll be glad to, you pay for it. I'll transfer it. And she's like, yeah, I might want to take you up on that one. So, but, she come out here with that High Point carbine and a magazine, and she's putting more rounds on target faster. So she can empty that magazine and that High Point in 9mm before she's got 3 or 4 rounds through that lever gun. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's easier for her. There she is.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, she's chickling a little bit. I'm like, but you know what? Who cares? She's shooting it.
And it bothers her because she can't. It hurts her fingers to stand and rack. So she has to. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna take a picture of that and text. Hold on. Let me take a picture of that.
Okay.
And text her. Be like, Mom, we're critiquing your
form.
Almost like we're podcasting right now, and you're the subject of it. That's awesome. She gets a kick out of being a part of it, man.
That's cool. That's really cool.
But I'm gonna tell you what, man, that lever gun, is it's phenomenal. It really, really, I love that 10 millimeter, man. I really do, out of a lever gun. Just because, and I know, like some people said, oh, well, why would you carry that when they make 10 millimeter carbines, with 10, 15 round magazines? Well, that lever gun holds 10+1.
Right.
And, this is my best reason, and I almost hate it. But I have been stopped a number of times with an AR in the car.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Yeah.
Have we talked about this?
Yeah. Just that different persona you're giving off of having an AR versus
a lever gun.
Something a little traditional, old school, even if it's modernized like my shit.
Still,
it's lever action. Still, it's a lever action it comes off so way less threatening, which is it's funny and stupid.
I hate that that's the case, but every time I've been stopped with an AR, 2 or 3 mags in the floorboard, the cops always got to quiz me about where you going with that, what's going,
right.
When I've been stopped before with a lever gun, it's never been brought up.
Well, I mean, the truth of it is, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, I'm too young for it, but I remember seeing it of the rifle racks in the back of truck windows and there being a rifle and a shotgun, a bolt action, a pump action. I remember seeing that shit in the 80s as a kid.
When I went to high school,
what a big deal.
When I went to high school, they were kids that, hunted and fished after school.
Right.
They would drive their vehicle to the school and they'd have a rifle in the gun rack.
Right.
School policy was you can't bring it inside.
Yep. What a big deal.
But if it's in the parking lot, it's fine.
If you're coming to Tattletale, I don't really want to hear about it.
You says to quiet down because you're very loud.
Okay, well, she's too bad. She'll have to wait. We like a few-ish more minutes, so hey, go grab this thing. Now, go. So while we were gone last week, quit whistling. It's loud and annoying. While we were gone last week, Hunter, we were down in the Gatlinburg area for Thanksgiving.
And
one of the things my father ended up finding was a forge. Circle Bar T, I think. But this dude basically has a forge. Circle Bar T, Forge and Blade Works, and he's literally in a shopping mall, like strip, in Gatlinburg. And a bunch of us went in there and making our own knives.
Nice.
Yeah. So they had the options. Mason and I both of them doing was the same thing. We used a piece of steel rebar. And so there you go. So there's mine. The drop point.
Can you put your hand behind it so it'll focus, please?
Well, let me back up.
There he goes. Ooh, I like that. That is gorgeous. You made that?
Yep. And then there's Mason's.
And he made that?
He did the classic tear drip, whatever you want to call it. I forget the hell you call that cut.
A clip.
But yeah, he did this. Like they threw it in the kiln. They pulled out on the with pliers more or less. They tell you to go and hammer it and hit it. Now they'll move a sledge around to like shape stuff up. But yeah, going from a straight piece of steel to flattening out the blades, this was all us. We did that.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. And it was like $60.
Really?
Yeah. And it was enough group of us. I think it was a couple hours we were there. But I think we spent three turns hammering it out. And then
how long?
What's up?
How long did it take you to make that all together, Dave?
I don't know, because there were so many of us. We took turns at going, one person at a time. I don't know.
Just ballpark it. Hour and a half, 2 hours?
No, our total time there was like 2 hours. Our total time.
Okay.
I can't even say like a half an hour. Probably less than that.
Really?
Yeah. There wasn't much time in between. But I mean, like, they pulled it out after we'd gotten the blade shape. They pulled it out, then put it on an anvil and had us hammer it and give it a little bend to it. Something like, and then of course there's flats. Probably hard to see on here. There are flats on here that we did. We hammered it. And it's all unique. So like Mason's flats aren't probably as defined as mine because I was probably hammering a little harder than he was.
You know
And
who
then-
you should reach out to?
What's that?
Rob Leahy at he owns
I know the name. I feel like
he owns damn it, he's a buddy of mine. He owns a holster manufacturer. How was this escaping me? I was actually texting with him a couple of days ago. It's there's probably 8 people screaming at the screen right now, reminding me the name of it. It's
Right.
Damn it, Dave.
he does Kydex holsters.
No.
No, okay.
No, high end,
Leather,
Simply Rugged. God,
simply rugged.
Simply Rugged. He does really high end leather stuff. He's the one who built me my concealed carry holster for my single action.
Okay, yeah, that's probably why.
And
That's
it
familiar.
is. And he does he did me a leather ammo caddy for the back of my 4570.
Right.
And he did me a leather ammo caddy for 45 Colt for your belt. And I'm gonna tell you what, his stuff is top notch. If you send him a picture and some dimensions, he could make you a beautiful holster for that. And he's very reasonable.
I will look into that.
I would
Yeah, because they gave us just real simple ones. You know,
yeah, you want something cool.
put it in. But yeah, it's kind of what I thought too. Like something cool would be pretty nifty.
And he could, I mean, he's got like frog, snake skin,
Oh shit.
ostrich skin, gator skin. You know, if you want to do something real cool, he's got all kind of exotic leathers. And he, like I said,
That's cool.
he's reasonable.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Please do.
That's
He's
cool.
good people too. You'll like him.
Yeah, I had another funny bit made me kind of laugh. Watching your video on your 10 millimeter when you had it on the was lead sled on a vice, whatever, and it made me think. I'm not knocking a lever action. It's just the reality of it, of how the bolt action kind of took out and replaced the lever action.
Mhm.
How much you had the way you had to turn.
And run the lever.
Yeah, because it made me
Yeah.
think when I ran my lever action at Moons Out, the one trench stage, I dug in so hard that when I went to run the lever, I was hitting the wall. I had to back up to actually, rack it all the way out. And it was just like, and here's the legit practical reasons why bolt actions in the end kind of overrun and almost killed lever actions. Now we run levers for the fun and novelty of it, but
Well,
Cool.
a lever gun is faster off a horse, offhand, what have you. But if you're going to get in a kneeling or prone, bolt
Right.
gun. So, right, Humphrey.
oh, that's kind of where I think, what was it? I don't know if Ruger still does it, but they're that one scout rifle. I think it was a 308.
Mm-hmm.
But I
And they did a gun sight scout rifle.
That's right. Yeah. Just it was a fun thing to run. Like it was
Yeah.
fun to run. I had fun running it like a semi-auto, more or less. Running it fast and hard, changing the magazine. It was kind of like yeah, this is fun. This is cool, and that's where the lever actions, especially me being able to modernize them. Like it's like yes, I kind of dig this. Not on a cowboy traditional one. It's not my style, but modernizing it, oh, so cool.
ARs are great, and I love ARs, and they serve such beautiful purposes. But when you've been shooting them forever,
It gets boring.
it does. It's variety's the spice of life, And if I'm gonna go just plink and shoot just for the enjoyment of shooting,
Right.
for me, a lever action 22 suppressed. I think for plinking, there's nothing that can beat it.
Well, that's like I've told you before. That's where I've enjoyed so much getting into my semi-auto shotgun because it's so different from running the AR. I'm just having more fun running that thing anymore. It's just because it's different enough, and it's probably something I have the least experience on. Well, that and lever actions. It's just fun.
Well, they've got. I saw on the Gunsight's website that they are rerunning the lever action class.
Are they? Interesting. Well, kind of along with that, I was going to tell you, I saw Chris Costa had listed. He's kind of the guy I feel like got the lever action thing kind of regoing
Okay.
in the world, because he ran, it wasn't even his class, I don't think. He ran a 4570 lever action in a rival class he was taking, just off the idea of like, is lever gun still a thing you can do with this? And of course it was, and that's when it all exploded to all the new modern lever actions. But he's offering for the year of 26. I think he has a 2-day shotgun class. If you reserve for his 2-day shotgun class, you get a free 1-day lever action class before that. I was like, that's kind of cool. And I think the class was $500 or $600, which that's seems to be kind of the norm for a lot of your 2-day classes like that anymore.
We ought to look at taking a lever gun class.
I think we should. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
I do too, man. And I hate to say it, but I would probably take it with a 4570.
Well, if that's the case, then maybe I'll get some 10 mil and you bring that thing. And I'll run you 10 mil.
You can run the shit out of that 10. It's fun. It's fun.
I doubt it.
And here's the thing: it's cheating.
$1,500 for that thing.
I don't know.
1,600 on your site.
Oh, that's MSRP.
Yeah.
Street price, I think, is just over $1,000.
Right.
But the thing about that 10 millimeter that I noticed,
modernize it.
What's that?
I'd still modernize it.
Oh, I know that you would. Because the 10 millimeter is short,
right?
The throw is weird. Like when I picked it up to shoot it and I went to throw it, my hand hit the wall because I'm used to 357 or 4570 where you're working it.
That's cool. That's kind of cool.
And so it's a short, it's like a half or 2/3 throw.
That's really cool.
So you can run it faster than you can a 357, and it holds 2 more rounds.
I'm game.
So I'll be glad to bring that somebody. You can run the and it suppresses beautifully. I can throw a can on it for you. And I was shooting some 200 grain double tap hard cast, and I think they're like, I think they're like 1,200.
There it is, the Marlin 1894 extended M-Lock sight system and rail.
Who sells
Midwest
that?
Industries. Midwest Industries.
Can you share screen?
Yeah, I certainly can.
Because
there you go.
Now, I've always hated everything about that. However, I think the 10 millimeter would benefit from that.
Yeah, the 10 millimeter that'd be super, super cool. This part's interesting. Interface 357 4445.
Oh,
yes, the 4445, but that'd be something worth asking Midwest. That might be a new model we might have coming out for it to fit this thing, maybe.
I wonder. Well, they'll be at SHOT.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be worth checking them out and asking them, you guys use 10 millimeter? Probably like already in the works.
Because that would be because the 10 millimeter is such a modern cartridge compared to the 357 anyway.
Right.
That I wouldn't feel like, I was committing a faux pas modernizing a lever action in 10 millimeter.
I get that. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
I mean, I love the traditional look, but having one David Kawaka special probably wouldn't hurt my feelings.
So Charlie was showing me he got himself a new lever action for I can't specifically say it was for bear or for deer, but maybe for bear. He got now that's drawing a blank on the manufacturer, but it's a lever action in 500 Smith & Wesson.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit. It reminds me, I can't say for sure, like the 94 action, because it was the top, but you had that side, I don't know how you call that, the action receiver of an 80 or 94. Maybe it is a 94.
Top eject or side eject?
Top eject.
Okay, so you can't really put sights on it.
I mean, it's got a Skinner sight like this thing.
Say that again.
It's got a Skinner sight just like this Marlin.
But you could put optics on it.
Well, that's where if you do like the MI rail. Oh yes, the MI rail. That's still side eject. Yeah, you're right. You could do it. They probably have a rail you could do that leaves the top. Because I know there's a Rossi, it's a top eject, and somebody makes a rail. If it's not Midwest, maybe it's Ranger Point.
I did the
top so you
Rossi
can still
triple
What's
black
that?
357.
do what?
I did a review on the Rossi triple black 357.
Is that the one I'm talking about?
Well, it's the 92.
92.
So they're all similar, but the triple black was like blacked out with paracord on the. It was nice. I liked it, but I'm gonna sound like such a shill. when I was finishing up the review for that, I got the 357 in for Marlin.
Here you go. I just literally keyed in Rossi 92 357. First thing came up, range hot.
Really?
Here you want to see?
Absolutely, I do.
Bam.
Now click on it. So that's top eject.
Yeah, not what I'm thinking of that Rossi has, but still might be the 92 though.
Yeah, it's just there's Mama. Bless her heart. She's yeah, that's a now I'll tell you what though, if you'll scroll down just a wee bit.
Yep.
Right there. Hit play on that. Will it play from yours?
Yeah. I don't know.
Now this is 50 yards.
I don't know if you get any audio off of this.
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, but that's 50 yards. I was hitting a steel target with it. Now, see, they got a rail on that.
Right. Well, that's what Charlie's 500 Smith has a rail like that over the handguard. So he's already got a dot mounted to it. And he was just showing me some of the ammo he's got in for the thing. Some 400 grain solid lead projectile flat point bit.
Why did he buy it in 500 and not 4570?
I think just because it was different. Just because.
Yeah.
He probably has a 4570. So 500 was just something different.
4570, I think, in a carbine outperforms the 50. Now, in a revolver, the 4570 and 500 Magnum are tit for tat.
Right.
But I think in a carbine, the 4570 outperforms it.
That's kind of what we talked about. It was like, I would think that the 4570 is still going to outperform the 500 Smith, but at the same time, it's just because it's cool.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Sometimes that's reason enough. Just because it's cool and you like it.
Just because it's exactly. Why not?
Yeah. Now, I will say that the Marlin definitely has my interest in 10 millimeter. Like, as much as I still enjoy 1911 and 45 auto, still nothing has really drawn me to think, I want to get into 10 millimeter and reload it, meaning that too. But like the lever action though, that's pretty cool.
So I got the rifle about a month before it was announced.
Okay.
And when they told me about it, I'm a Marlin fanboy, but I was kind of like, I was like, I don't know, Eric. I was like, a 10 millimeter lever gun.
That's cool as shit.
I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm like, 357, 38 special. Yeah. Do it in 45 Colt. Man, I'm in. 10 millimeter. And I love 10. And he goes, well,
cracks me up. You're half retarded with this. You're totally in 10 millimeter, which is a more modernized cartridge. But yet, you talk about the lever action in it. Your inner fud's like attacking you.
Yeah. I had like what is the old proverb, the Chinese proverb? You have the good wolf and the bad wolf. Which one wins? Which one do you feed? So I was like, all right, man. I'm like, send it on. I'll be glad to review it, of course. But I kind of went into it half-heartedly.
Right.
And even like I went out and shot it. I was like, I don't have enough throw in the lever. It's like a half.
It's awesome.
And I was kind of like beside myself with it, trying to make my mind up because it was so non-traditional.
Right.
And then Candy come over and shot it. And Candy hates lever guns. And she said, I don't mind this. I like this. This is cool because it's short. It's a short throw.
Right.
Even suppressed. It's not the 357 Magnum still got a hell of a crack to it. She's like, I like this better. And then my mom shot it. She was like, oh yeah. So I was listening to what other people were saying and trying to suppress my inner FUD. And then I started giving it the benefit of the doubt and shooting it with a little bit more open mind. And then I decided, you know what? It's not that bad.
Now, okay, let's I'm gonna throw two curveballs at you, so to speak. What do you feel about this? Henry's 223 AR mag-fed lever action. Very traditional looking, almost looks like a lever action BAR.
It looks like a BAR.
So what's your thoughts and feelings on that? Do you know of it? Have you handled it?
Man, I'm feeling all kind of strange emotions out there. Is that a Magpul magazine?
Yeah. Yeah, take Staynag mags. I've played with it at
it takes what?
Staynag mags, AR mags. Yeah, so yeah, 300 blackout and 223 5.56. What do you think? Yay, nay, indifferent? Not really sure.
I really like it, and I'm embarrassed to say I like it.
Why? Because you're fighting your inner FUD here?
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay. Contrary to probably popular belief, for me anyway, a lever action is more fun to shoot than a semi-auto.
I can kind of agree with that at this point.
I'm not taking away from an AR,
right?
But for just the nostalgia and romance of operating and racking the lever and loading the, for me, a lever action is a little more fun. So if you were just gonna go plink and you had a fucking ass ton of 5.56, 223, that's a no-brainer. I would rather, if I defensive wise, I would certainly take my AR, I think, over that.
Sure.
But if I was going to go to the range and have fun, but you know what I just thought about?
What's that?
Double tap makes like a 77 grain subsonic 223.
Interesting.
And it will not cycle an AR action.
No, you run this thing.
But I reviewed a
and look, this thing, MSRP $1,299, $1,300. That's not hateful.
So it would probably, street price would probably be under $1,000 or right at.
And I believe they're out now too. Actually, they are out. Okay, so,
and I'll tell you where else I would see that coming. I would see a benefit of that.
Spit it out.
I wonder, now I'm asking, accuracy wise, would that be more inherently accurate than just say your rack grade AR?
No idea. No, honestly, no idea.
But like, I'm thinking,
I would half guess say it's probably yes. It's probably as accurate or more accurate than a rack grade AR.
Right. I would, I
wouldn't put up against a super high precision AR, no, but
sure,
rack grade, yeah.
So that would also serve well as a 2-man team, and you were having to have somebody with precision fire and suppressive fire,
right?
And you both was running. I mean, you had that with a really nice optic on it,
right?
It would be faster than a bolt gun, and it would you could share magazines,
right?
It's so weird. I like it.
So I'll be honest, the visual of it is a little too traditional for my liking. But I know Ranger Point already makes furniture for the thing, so you can modernize it like my Henry lever action I have. But the thing I've been honestly waiting for, and it's still not out yet, is this one, Bond Arms.
Ugh.
Pretty much exactly what I expected out of you.
Ugh.
I think this thing is absolutely badass, and it feels great.
That has zero redeeming qualities for me.
It's the same thing as this.
No.
Yes,
All right.
it's the same thing.
Hold on. that. No, not that, fucker.
The Henry
That.
lever action. The Henry lever action. Yeah.
That has really nice, clean lines. It's very traditional.
I think it's boring as shit looking.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, look right there. Yeah. I get it. No, I do see the whole like Browning automatic rifle. Looks like a BAR.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it looks boring and bland as shit to me. Either the Bond Arms AR.
That looks like something you put together with your erector set.
Looks like an AR-15 turned into lever action. It looks.
What's wrong with the lever? It's at a 45. That can't be comfortable.
The whole cam mechanism, dude, it's pretty dope. I've racked this thing quite a few times at different shows with Gordon there talking to me about it. It's pretty sweet. This is one of those ones where you need to put your hands on it.
All right.
And run it. Gordon will have it there at shot, I'm sure.
If it would perpetuate the lever gun to popularity, I'm in. But if somebody,
I think this will.
If somebody held that up and they held that Henry up, and they're like, "Hey, choose one." I'm like, if I can't have the Henry, I don't even want that for free. And the handguard is set up wrong. I'm like, their foregrip is set up wrong.
What's wrong about it?
It's way too far back. It needs to be way far forward.
Okay, but I think you're also considering your whole hand position is back further than what would be on an AR. So this is actually not as far forward as you think it is.
Maybe you're right.
Now, granted, I would still probably run AVG over this, over a straight vertical grip.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I run AVG on my modern lever gun as is. And there also looks like they're running canted sights, which I don't, whatever. It's just one that's set up. I don't really care that much about it, but no, the Bond Arms AR-15 lever action, I think it's pretty awesome.
It's not for me, but you know what? I appreciate what the fuck is going on with that lever.
I think that's showing you like taking the system apart. That's not actually running the action. Because it's not that. It really is a pretty short throw.
Okay, because I was like, damn, you about to bump the magazine on that bitch.
Right. No, you definitely need to check this thing out at SHOT Show this year. It's wicked.
I'll check it out. Go up a little bit. It looks better there than the photos of it.
Which is the same gun. It's kind of funny.
I know, but there's something about it. It looks a little more attractive there. Maybe just not on white.
Are you familiar with the brand Wooks? Wooks Furniture.
Mm-mm.
They make some really cool wood furniture for ARs and stuff. I feel like this is one of those things where you put some Wooks furniture, like fill in some of the M-LOK slots with actual wood, oak, walnut, paneling in there. It would probably tantalize you more, and or even just dip the Magpul stock in like a wood finish. You'd probably be like, yeah, all right, that's better. That's cooler looking. Yeah, no, this thing's been on my radar for a long. There's several of us at MKS that we all want one of these things when they drop.
Are they expensive?
I think their plan is to be like 1,000 to 1,500, something like that. So pretty reasonable.
Well,
but
that's a weird looking bitch, man. They got it over a top. They got it photographed over a topographic map.
Yeah.
I bet most people don't even know what the fuck a topographic map is anymore.
I bet most people don't. They just think it's a cool looking pattern design they've seen here or there.
Yeah, that's a topographic map.
Well, then clearly you need to also check this thing out at
I'll go by, I may go by Henry and even request. And I'll tell you this, I got more horsepower now than I did. We launched a new range hot sight. Spent last weekend tweaking it. And so, well, look at that. That's at Savage. Colt run the ad. Look at him. Second year for Colt. So I I would always monitor my traffic,
Right.
and I would never monitor traffic when I dropped an article because I felt like that was cheating. So I would always monitor traffic at usually I would start maybe 5 or 6 days after an article and then monitor it up until the drop of a new article.
Right.
And so let's say if there's not been a new article dropped in a week, I was getting 1,500 views a day, unique visitors a day.
Right.
And then it started to go way down, and that's when I had the new website built through Candy Sky. The day it went online, he started it at like it hit the internet at like lunch, and by the close of business or by midnight that night, first day had almost 1,800 hits.
Wow.
And I've been watching it, and right now it's a new relaunch, but I'm averaging right now still same metrics. Nothing. I'm 300 or 400 unique visitors a day more now than I was at the peak before.
That's awesome.
And he's still got a lot to tweak.
Yeah, it takes time.
I've got the numbers now to where I think I can go to these manufacturers now. I'm probably by the time shot rolls around, I should be close to 70,000. 60,000 unique views a month.
Sure.
I think 2,000 a day will be a reasonable, because now I'm at 1,500-1,600, and we still got tweaking to do.
Right.
So I'll go to them with that and be like, hey, here's my numbers, because I don't know fuck all about Henry. I don't know anybody there.
Same.
And it's gotten so hard, Dave, to walk into a booth and get a test sample if you don't know somebody there, because they hear you yard your hands out.
Right. Well, and there's so many of them. There's so many writers, reviewers that are like, if I'm not getting it for free, I'm not interested. There's a lot of that.
All I ask for is 90 days. Can you give me 90 days with it?
Right.
I know MKS does a 120.
Yeah. No, 180.
Or 180.
180.
Which is way more than fair. And believe it or not, man, I have got the review finished for the carbine pistol. The
45.
Yeah, I've got that actually done. What's that?
The 4595P.
4595P for pistol.
Yeah.
Carbine pistol. And I've got that done. I'm waiting. Huh?
PCP. Pistol caliber pistol.
Pistol caliber pistol. Wait. Pistol caliber pistol?
Pistol caliber pistol. I know, right?
Right.
Because like, seriously, we joke. What do you call it? Large format pistol. You can't say carbine because an ATF get up your ass because it's not a carbine. But
so, what is it? How do you designate it?
We say the name 4595P. We have joked and said pistol caliber pistol, which that one came from Paul Markle, Student of the Gun. We've said large format pistol to a lot of people because they're like, well, what is it? What's a large format pistol?
All right, I like large format pistol. So I've got that review done. I haven't shot the wrap up yet, but I've got all my B-roll and everything done. And I've been kind of waiting for a good time to drop it. And I'm thinking probably right before Christmas would be a good time to drop that one.
Nah, drop it sooner than later because then I can push it out there and tell people it's available and they'll hopefully go buy them before Christmas.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, maybe
don't listen to me. I have no sway in what you do with your reviews. I don't give a shit.
No, I'll publish it. I've got on my B-roll shot. Everybody likes it. Chad loves it. He's probably gonna want to buy it from you.
It's a fun gun.
He loves it. I like it fine.
I got guys that are still waiting on the 10 mil version, which I don't know what the delay or hold up on that is, but it's coming.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Chad loves it. Chad, he's like, he thinks it's the coolest thing since sliced bread. So most of the B-roll is him shooting it.
Dude, because it turns into at this point you throw a brace on it. It's a 45 sub gun. It's affordable.
Yeah.
How many are there?
It's cool. I like it.
to me,
and I mean, accuracy wise,
how many affordable 45 caliber PCC / sub guns are out there? Everything I can think of, whether it's the Vector or the Strybog or the HK, they're all well over $1,000, if not pushing more than $2,000
Right.
mark.
What is that large format pistol going for?
I don't know, 450, something like that. Well under 1,000.
Are those are y'all shipping those now?
Yeah, they're all available. Well, the 9 to 45 they are. The 10's only it's not yet. But
all right, well, I'll get that wrapped up probably after Gunsight. When I get back from Gunsight, I'll go ahead and jump on it both feet. And I have very little left to do with it except just do the wrap up, which will be, easy enough. Then photograph it. It's cool. It's really cool. Chad, he's giddy over that motherfucker.
That's the thing about guns like that, man. Like you're saying, you think it's cool, but beyond that, you're like, I don't have any use for it. But then you get somebody else though, they're all about it. They're all about it. And that's why the variety of all this shit is fun. Whatever you're into, be into it. Don't be afraid of it.
I think it would serve very well as a truck gun.
Sure.
Even more so than a high point carbine.
But again, doesn't need a purpose though, too.
Well, that's true too. But when you're writing a review, you're like, what purpose does it serve? Why would I want to go out and buy this? And
how much shorter is it? How shorter is it compared to your 7.5 Barnes?
A similar length. I can go get it right now and stack it.
No, you don't get it. I'm just saying. So yeah, it's similar in length. Throw a can on it. Still similar in length. Way easier on the ears, being 45 auto.
Plus, it's pushing a big pill.
A very big pill. And just about any flavor you get, it's going to do some serious damage to it. So, yeah, I mean, you can find the merit to whatever tickles your fancy, honestly.
Is there any weird shit with high point where you can't shoot lead bullets?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Like Glock has got that polygonal rifling where they don't want you to shoot lead.
Right.
But you can't shoot the hard cast shit.
Right. Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
But
do y'all do a 45 caliber red ball?
Yeah, you don't have some?
No.
Oh. Maybe we're out when I sent it to you. Yeah, 20 rounds.
That you do a 20 round red ball?
Yep.
Okay. That would be okay. Well, that's
we'll take care of him on it.
Well, I mean, I'm not sweating. I just didn't know.
I just didn't say, okay, cool.
Okay, cool. I think it would photograph well with that red ball and then a good can on it.
You don't seriously don't have any of the 20 round red balls, the 45s.
I don't have any red ball magazines, period.
Really?
No.
Oh, well, we might have to.
The only I did a review. I reviewed them, but I reviewed the red ball magazine.
Okay.
But I used an existing 9mm carbine that I had for a while, and I sent the mags back to Red Ball.
Oh. Okay.
So.
All right. We'll figure something out.
Either way, either or. Something else that I learned that I think you will find very interesting. I'm a ballistics nerd.
No.
Yeah. But I coined a phrase the other day when dealing with my buddy Eric with Ruger from Marlin. Okay. He was talking about sexual density. Wait, hold on. He was talking about sectional density. And I said, yeah, because we were talking about 10mm versus 357 lever gun. And so, we were talking about the sectional density of the 40 caliber bullet. And I said, hey, but you know what that 10mm carbine's got? I said, it's got sexual density. Come on, man. Like sectional density, but sexual density.
I'm not a ballistic nerd. I get it. It's funny in the 8th grade trash humor route.
He didn't laugh at. He said, Come again? I said sexual density, motherfucker. Don't you know what that is?
Oh my God.
He said, no, I ain't never heard of it. I'm like, me either. I totally just made that up. Like it was a slip of the tongue. I was trying to say sectional density, and I said sexual density. And he's like, are you coming on to me? I'm like, hell yeah.
Sounds like you.
Mhm.
Well, let's wrap us up, my friend.
Okay.
Where can you be found?
Well,
What?
oh, we're wrapping.
Oh, here we go. What?
We got 5 more minutes.
No.
Yes, I'm going to insist on this because this is one thing I want to talk about the whole time. Well, caveat: have you watched to the end of Stranger Things?
No. I'm only 2 episodes in. Haven't had time to get back to it.
Okay, well then,
So we'll
never
Yeah.
mind.
yeah, we'll talk of that one. I wrote down that we started watching it, but I was like, it's like I haven't finished it, so we'll touch on Stranger Things next time.
I wanted to talk about some tactics, but if you haven't seen the last one,
We'll
then
we'll touch on it next time.
okay.
All right.
All right, bro.
where to find you at, man?
Rangehot.com. Y'all come see me. Love you, mean it.
Oh wow, that was a quick wrap up. All right, yeah. So he's at Range Hot, and you can find me at livefire-media.com. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, well, sucks to be you. Try again next time.
Here's a swimming with bow-legged women.
Peace.